Hi, so let's say you have a bunch of projects that you have on your machine and you've never put them on GitHub before. So let's go through that scenario. So I want to have a repository that's called Sugar Lumps Bakery on github.com. Locally, that's what it's called. In order to get GitHub Desktop to play nice with us, the easiest way possible, you want to actually rename the folder so that it's something different. I'm just going to add a dash files to mine because we're going to name another directory in here, Sugar Lump Bakery. So once you kind of do that, you go to GitHub Desktop and you say File, New Repository. You name it what you want, so Sugar Lumps Bakery. Whoops, I need an underscore. Make sure there's no spaces in here. I'm going to put it in that GitHub directory that GitHub Desktop loves so much. And I'm going to initialize it with a README. It's just going to add another README file in there, which is great. The rest you don't have to worry about. So click Create Repository. And so now if we go back to our Finder where those files are, you'll see there's this new Sugar Lumps Bakery. It has this sort of invisible Git directory, so that directory kind of keeps track of all of our history. And there's the README file that they added. So I want to copy these over, and I'm going to keep a copy of them too. So if I hold down Option, see how like that changes to a +3 instead of 3. I can drag them into this directory. So I still have my originals. Here's my new GitHub happiness. And I go back to GitHub Desktop. And now I see that I have this style.css file and index.html. And so now I can do my commit locally just like I would normally. So I'll just say initial commit so I don't have to think too much. And then I can say commit to master. So this is sort of initializing these, adding these to the GitHub Desktop app locally so that it's tracking the changes locally. And now that that's done, I can say publish this repository. What this is going to do is it's going to create a repository on github.com for us. So let's click that. We want to keep it the same name. We want it to be on github.com. Make sure, this is really important, to uncheck this box, because if we keep it private, the private code bases require a monthly membership, so it'll prompt you to like create a membership and put a credit card in. So we don't want the code private. This organization's fine. Everything else should stay the same. And then we click on publish, and hopefully soon it will tell us that it's done. So now if I go up to GitHub and I look for Sugar Lumps, let me refresh. Sugar, I can't type sugar. There it is, Sugar Lumps. I don't know why it didn't find that. Oh, it just probably hadn't quite updated. So there's my project. And now you can just work on it like you would the homepage project that we did. So you go to GitHub Desktop. You're now in, it says current repository, Sugar Lumps Bakery. You can say repository and then choose open in Sublime Text or open in external editor, whatever that says. And it'll open it up, and then you can start editing away. And there you go. And then once you make changes, I'll just make a change real quick. I'll close this paragraph and then make a new one. Okay, save that. So now we should register changes. So it's saying, yep, this went from being one paragraph to being 2 different paragraphs. So now we can say added paragraph, tag, commit that locally to master, and then it says push one commit to origin remote. So I push that. And then if we go to GitHub and we click on so this is sort of the history. If we click on the commits, then we see that there's that commit that I just made. There's our initial commit. There's another one. I don't know why there's two. But all right, thanks. Hope this helps.